live from our Missouri studios. This is Special Report. Your host, TruePowerIsMine. Today's date is 3/5/2019, the year of our Lord. Um, just to reiterate, please, guys, if you have it on you, please help Brother Fixico. I started off the live and then I stopped just because I want to. I'm going to post that video elsewhere. I know it's totally raw, but this is kind of the operation we roll around here. No scripts, no teleprompters, none of that. Now, let's get into kind of the situation that we did last night, where we were at as far as different things happening in the world, because literally, I started watching the video a little bit this morning. Headlines were changing as we were talking. All right. I did reach out to, what's that? He's a big YouTuber, actually several of them. And hopefully we can get them on the show. I'm not saying the name for a reason, because I want it to be a total surprise when it happens. So I don't want to jinx it with any tomfoolery. Now, let's get back to the breakdown, guys. I want to pop up this one here. Hold on. If you can see it. I don't think you can see it in its totality. Hold on. All right. Not Trump's ex-Trump White House lawyer calls Mueller here, blah, blah. Not that. Not the T-Mobile, blah, blah, blah. The age of autosexual, the age of auto. This is what I'm talking about. People attracted. Isn't it written somewhere where it says in the end men would be lovers of themselves? Now, this may very well be a man with long hair. We don't know nowadays. So freaky. But the thing about it is, we got to understand that this is what they want. They want people not reproducing. They want to go ahead and put that little chip in your brain. You see the little hexagrams on her face, so it's already transhumanist. And for those new to the show, you guys don't know what transhumanism is. Transhumanism is the philosophy saying basically, superiority will not be based upon race no more. It will be based upon technological upgrades that one does to his or her body. In other words, they'll put implant chips in you, other devices, who knows what. Essentially, you'll become a cyborg-like entity. I don't know how far can you get away with the upgrades before you're just straight up a cyborg, half metal, half human. And I know on the outside that sounds so good, oh, metal. But dude, that is a perversion of creation yet again. Hey, what's up, Barbara? Thank you, Barbara. I appreciate it. Seriously. Because I'm just trying to get people out of this mode that we have been in for a very, very long time. So, the name, autosexuality, exactly as old as I am, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of this madness is coming from England. I don't know what's wrong with that nation as far as this perversion. I mean, when you look at stories pertaining to like the new super gonorrhea, it's coming out of England. You look at the story. Hey, good morning, Kiki. You look at the story about a lot of these STDs, the straight up sexually resistant STD, is coming out of Britain. And let me look that up just so that I know that I'm not making a misjudgment. Hold on. Drug resistant STDs on a rise in Great Britain. There it is. Super gonorrhea cases skyrockets in the UK. Now, as they run around here trying to throw the face of perversion on black men, black women, black anything, here's the real scoop, man. Here's what's really going down. Super gonorrhea has been has seen a shocking rise in Britain as STI, I guess sexually transmitted infections now instead of diseases, put up a fight against antibiotics. All right, that's the long of it, or the short of it. What I'm saying is this: please, let the young people know what's up. So, Liz Cobra, did you see? Before I say read this comment, let the young people know there is always consequences to your actions. That's all I want to say. Did you see the thing? They finally admit to having a cure for AIDS. It's funny that, yeah, last night's show, we did it. It was, actually, it's right here. Hold on. Let's go back here. We'll go back. We'll go back so that we don't have to, we'll just keep this thing moving like that. Yes. And it's so sad because when I saw that little guy's face, all I saw is he gets another chance to go down the Hershey Highway. I don't think he learned his lesson. I don't think he realized the behavior that he was engaging in was putting his life at risk on multiple levels. I mean, even Dr. Short hipped us to the sepsis, that people get from doing all that perversion and stuff. Listen, man, there's nothing wrong with having fun. I'm not saying don't have fun if that's what you're into. I'm just saying, well, actually, I am. Yeah, scratch that. I am. Here it is. I am saying, yeah, because that type of fun, it's not fun when you die. Here it is. 10 years after the Berlin patient, I guess that's the first patient, doctors announce a second person has been effectively cured of HIV. Now look at that face. Now, like I said last night, man, that face is huge today. You can look in the eyes. You still see a little life up in there. Dude got a little life up in there. But, he's into some debauchery, man. Dude here gets splattered on the face by another man. I'm telling you, he's not, this cat here, I guess this is the first person. All right. I don't know if they're going to show the second one. Okay. Well, for the second time, doctors appear to have put HIV into substantial remission, with a stem cell transplant effectively curing the recipient. So in other words, they just harvest some stuff out of and I read this article yesterday or whatever, not the full thing obviously, but basically it goes into detail about T cells and all that. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this is one topic I found really disturbing, because when AIDS first hit, man, I was young. When AIDS first hit, like, back in the 80s and shit, I was like 12, 15 and shit, and it literally was, when it first appeared, it was a white male homosexual disease. That's what it was. I was there. I don't have to Google this one. I can just tell you from personal experience. Now, somehow this deal has morphed into like it's a black thing or something, and it's not. It's a human thing. Everybody's affected with it. You think this person, that's why it's so important, guys and girls, especially you girls. Do not, for your own self-respect and your own well-being, just lay with anybody. Please vet the guy. Please just take time to see what this person's about, because AIDS is just one of many STDs that's out there, guys. Some will mess with your ability to reproduce. Some will give you warts or herpes. You don't want any of that. And it can be avoided. I'm not trying to hear, oh, no, we're just animals. We just, that's the problem. That's the problem with Mr. Man over here. He was an animal, doing animal type stuff. We're human beings. We are children of God. Plain and simple. So let's just try to act on a higher note. Now, I'm not saying everyone's going to be perfect. I'm not going to slut shame or pimp shame anybody out there getting what they think they need to get. But then, by the same token, though, don't come up here talking about, oh, I'm sick, boo-hoo-hoo. Because basically, kind of brought it on yourself with your own damn behavior. Okay, Captain Marvel. Oh, Well, basically, that movie sucks, you guys. It's saying Captain Marvel review. It's mundane, blah, blah, blah. Which I pretty much figured it would be. I mean, how many times do we need to see Supergirl? Seriously, how many times do we need to see this image right here? Coming to save, not only save the world, but this motherfucker saving the whole universe. Come on, man. We need. I wish. How come they don't make one film straight up? No, seriously, straight up. How come they don't make one film where the thing that saves the day is God, just like out of the blue, just comes and rescues everybody, saves the day? It's always some, anti-hero, either some drunken, forgotten ex-soldier or some silly, person that touched some sort of supernatural crystal and they get super, it's never just straight up God come in and handling his business for real. Because they don't want that in our psyche at all. They really don't. They want you to think about this guy here. And this is still the most atrocious depiction of a female ever. That does not look like most females don't have this type of shoulder. It's like they just took a man's body, put a little whatever flesh up there. The face is hideous. The new Madonna sucks. Point blank. Oh, here's a chill map. Remember last night? I was looking for this map. And now this morning, it's right here, ready to go. So I'm basically right in that. Yeah, I'm in the -4. I don't know where you're at on this country. Whoever may be listening right now, which I know there's a few folks listening. But yeah, it's cold. It's cold out here. Here in Iowa, we're having wind chill. Okay, so you're right. Man, it seems like the closer you get to that Great Lakes, it really just drops. So you're up there in like -18, 14, 8, 9. Holy crap, man. But listen, even though it's getting cold as hell, I have to admit it, man. Global warming. I can't even talk. Global warming is real. But I believe it's not from the causes that we think. I mean, it was written thousands of years ago that this earth is about ready to heat up to where people won't be able to bear going outside eventually. Now, science just tells us, yes, eventually that will certainly be the case when the sun goes supernova. All the, fuel spent, the last hurrah blows up. Well, first it expands, then it blows up. So my question is, guys, let's say that we all play the role of the first Chinese emperor and we try to get an elixir of immortality, okay? What's the point of living forever on a planet that's eventually going to become a cinder? What's the point of living forever in this dimension when all the people who you're going to possibly love and care for, I mean, if there's only one dose of this so-called eternal life elixir, what would be the point of seeing people you love come and go? And then at what point do you have a disconnect from humanity, seeing how you're really no more, look, to be a human means you're born. To be a human means you one day die. I know that sounds shitty, but that's our lot in this universe. What's up, brother Nick? That's our lot in this universe. And any manipulation to that reality, any trying to change that, is a perversion of creation. I mean, seriously, they're trying to come up with a vagina in the bag. Why? There's last time I checked, there's like 4 billion females out there with vaginas that could, potentially have a child, as long as they're of age or whatever. But why try to make a vagina in the bag? And then why try to reproduce the male testicles also? Because I'm telling you, folks, the people who are running this show, this freak show called Earth, they have big plans. They have big plans. none of which involves us. Not even for token slave labor. No, they're going to use robotics for that. So you're not needed for that. Well, what about cleaning out the shitter? You're not needed for that. Well, what about stacking, hay or something? Not needed for that. We better wake up before it's really too late. Everyone always say, wake up before it's too late. Well, it's not too late. It's really, even right now, it's still not too late. We could turn this back. I doubt that we will, but we could. The moment it will truly be too late is the moment we stop talking about these issues. Now, I'm probably going to get in trouble with YouTube for this, but it's pretty damn important, and I want to share what this brother's trying to break down. I think it's, hold on. The Rise. Oh, that's what I was listening to as I fell asleep last night. The Rise of Magic audiobook. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. This one here. Cool. It's actually kind of where I was at.
Way of you doing masses.
Hold on.
Think about that for a few moments. With Bernie Sanders trying to talk as if the few. Who is the few, Bernie? Why are you trying to use all this tricky talk? Who's the few that you're referring to, Bernie? Because it ain't any of us.
Does Bernie Sanders have an agenda for black people?
Absolutely. I got agenda for you guys to do my fucking laundry, cut my grass, pour it out my car. Look at this, guys, y'all. Look at this guy. A fucking socialist. Really? How the fuck that's gonna work? A racist fake Jew running the show. How's that gonna work? I'll shut up.
Absolutely. What is it? All right. Look, we start off, as I mentioned, with massive disparity in the general population. Very few have a lot. Most people have nothing. Then you got another form of disparity, which is a wealth disparity.
What's up, Sister CJ?
So right now, you have the white community, the average white family, owning 10 times more wealth than the average black family.
Bam. Now, wouldn't that right there be a good point for reparations? If we already know the average poor white, the average poor black are 10 times difference, wouldn't that be a good point for reparations? Let him continue.
You have a health disparity. Infant mortality rates in the black community, I think 2.5 times what they are in the white community.
Now, once again, isn't that just another point? Isn't that just another point for reparations? Because the death of the babies is showing a link between the lack of resources economically. I don't see how come this is so hard to see. Let's continue.
Notice he's running down this stump speech. He's taking it in the exact same order that he said it at the town hall, that he said it on The View. He's saying it exactly the way his handlers told him to. He's handling it exactly the way that they said. Notice he's giving this stump speech where he's just going point by point. White people have 10 times the wealth of black people. There are huge wealth disparities. He's going right down the list here. So they've given him a script, and he's just running straight down the script.
And that's all I want to play of that. I just want to give you a taste. That's the guy I reached out to, actually. Hopefully we can get him on the show, and we can hear his philosophy. I believe his name is Jason, just straight up. But it makes a lot of sense. When we have issues, and he has a few, there's this channel, a few, and a lot of videos. I just got hip to him the other day, but a lot of videos. Interesting topics. Highly doubtful that we're going to get through this issue, this voting cycle. Highly doubtful that we're going to get through it with any candidate talking about what we need. You know he's a puppet, but this is what I've been telling people for years. You know what I'm saying? Nick, this is what I've been telling people for years. There is no political solution. There's only a spiritual solution, point blank. If you do not change people's minds and hearts, you can change the laws until whatever happens. You're still going to get people killed. You're still going to get people abused. You're still going to get people disenfranchised. You're still going to get people who have more and people who have less by the plan. Unless you change the heart and minds of man and woman. But no one's trying to hear that. That's why I said, man, this thing's about ready. Look, the country is $22 trillion in debt and growing. The repo man cometh. The repo man cometh. You got, just keep on laughing. Oh, True Power don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Ha, ha, ha. When the repo man comes, he's not going to knock on the door because guess what? He's taking the door too. You're going to be like that fool. Hold on, let me pull that up. I wish I had somebody in the studio here. Pull up that clip. No, I got to do it myself. On the bus. I want to see someone actually get a little action.
Hey, police officer, stay down. Police officer. Watch out, bro.
And when they come to evict, don't they be bringing the police officers? Yeah. This is for you two censors who may be watching this. I'm only using this video as part of my commentary, which coincides with the Freedom of Information Act, because this is my commentary on my show. So, you know, basically, this is a representation of the police, and the poor fool here on the ground is you, American citizen.
Please, driver. Get him on here. Stay your ass down. Beat the fuck out you, dude. Come on, guys. Guys, get on the bus. Let's driver, close it. Driver, kick him on. Kick him on. Come on.
That's how people are going to be. That's how people are going to be when they try to keep their homes and shit and their so-called assets. Give me that. And they're going to be like, keep your ass down, or else we're going to beat the fuck out of you.
Come on.
Listen to what he said right here.
Kick him on. Guys, get on the bus. Let's driver, close it. Driver, kick him on. 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 Get off this bus, man. What's up, bro? What's up, faggot? What's up, faggot? Get your ass out the way, man. What's up, faggot? Come on. Come on. Come on. What's up, bitch? Get your dumb ass off the bus. Get your ass off the bus. Fucking butt. Fucking butt. Bitch ass nigga, you pussy ass faggot.
Hey, isn't that a hate crime? Oh boy, it's calling pussy ass nigga and pussy ass faggot and trying to attack him. I thought that might be a hate crime. Or is that only when we say shit like that?
Get your ass off the bus. Get your ass off the bus. On what? On what? Get off the bus. On what? Get off the bus. This one. Get off the bus, bitch. Come on, bitch. That shit don't hit. That shit don't hit. That shit don't mean nothing, man. Bitch.
But that's important scene right there.
You all right, man?
Hey, bro.
You all right?
Thank you for asking, man.
Right on.
I appreciate it.
All right. That's a typical American right there, guys. They're going to get their ass beat, and their shit's going to be rode off by the repo man. Okay, hold on. Let me read some of these comments now. It's a spiritual warfare. You know it, Nick. People in power have no spirit. You're right, sister. They don't, Barbara. They don't have no spirit. They just got money. Their spirit has been infused from their natural body into those talismans that we call dollars. Listen to Mark from Anaheim. Reasons on not receiving reparations. I don't think we should receive financial reparations. I would rather receive gold, land, credit, forget money. I think what it is, Kiki, we're not going to receive shit. I don't care if you want to get something or you don't want to get something. We're not going to get it. We're not going to get it because the people who could possibly hook that shit up are not with it. And at this point in time, it'll be sort of like one of your children coming up. You done told that child. Let's say that you had, I don't know, cookie and cream ice cream or something like that up in the freezer. And the child comes in there, Mommy, Daddy, can I get some of that ice cream? And you said no. No, you ain't getting none of that ice cream. All right? Not today. This ain't happening. What does that child look like when they keep on coming back? Hey, can we get some of that ice cream? Yo, can we get some of that ice cream? Blah, blah, blah. Does that help them to get that? No, it doesn't. In fact, if anything, it pushes it farther back. Not saying that we're children. I'm just using that as an analogy. I'm not saying that we're children. Of course, we're not. This thing should have been done a long time ago. And then people, after they were freed, they should have been gotten some reparations and then left the hell alone. Meaning no Jim Crow laws, meaning no school to prison, meaning no midnight lynching. None of that should have occurred. Because that's all violations, for one, of the Constitution, and for two, of humanity itself. You can't go around just doing evil and expecting to be untouched, man. It don't work like that. I'm not expecting a handout. They need to give us... Wait, I'm not expecting handouts. They need us because without being around, their lives would be uneven and yes. Yes. Listen. Let's get... Okay, for one. Let's get that notion of a handout. Let's put that thing out to pasture. Because whenever you're living in an economic system and money is literally being printed out of imagination, literally out of thin air by a private corporation, at that point in time, the notions of handout is should be not even relevant. There's no such thing as a handout. Because none of this shit's tangible. It's all a game. By us saying the Federal Reserve can print all the money, we're saying that they have all the power. And they got all the knowledge in order to put enough power out to keep this thing moving. They owe us. It's not a handout. Exactly. But see, Barbara, the blowback you're going to get with that statement is that people are going to, oh, wait, you a slave? My parents didn't have no slaves. You're blah, 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 blah. But where we can get them is what's in the heart. Most people want to do right by other people. I can say that with clarity of conscience because we are where we're at. If people were truly evil and wicked, getting well, none would have survived slavery. They would have been murdering people left and right before they gave them up. Now, in some cases, that actually did happen. The hanging tree and whatnot. Before the slaves were set free, the old master, bitter as fuck, hating to see his prostitute and hating to see his workers leaving, so he kills them. Okay, now that's happened. Tell that the Jews who are still getting checks and never saw a consecration. See, I didn't know, Barbara. Now, did the descendants of those Jews that were in did they also get a check, or was it, the one with the IBM tattoo on the arm, the one that actually visited the concentration camp or the internment camp, or, as our German friends like to say, the happy summer camps? How did that really work? Because, well, and if they get a check, see, another thing that they actually got, which, I guess one could say Liberia. Not really, though, but, they actually get a homeland out of the deal, we'll just go down there to the northern part of Africa. We'll rename it Middle East, cut out a swash, and call it good. Wow. And that's how they can build up wealth. Like in my mom's generation, she actually lived in St. Louis there, like in the Clark Avenue area. And she said on Friday nights or Saturdays, the Jew guys would come by beating on everyone's door, because they would sell furniture or whatnot, and you had to give them a nickel or a quarter for your little payment, all right? They built a tremendous amount of wealth off of black folks in it because, they'll be one of the only people that go down up in there, allegedly, and build a business. Now, I've been saying this for the past, 3 years. You go to any inner city in America, the Jew guy that used to own the corner grocery store or little deal has been replaced by the Arab. Some places here in St. Louis, the Serb, the Bosnian. This is repeated not just in St. Louis and Kansas City and Cape. It's all over the freaking country. So when I say there is a concerted effort collectively against us all, I'm being serious. From coast to coast. Buttermilk toast up top. Melanation on bottom. Not across, I'm not saying 100%, okay, before, oh my God, I work for a black, guy. I'm not saying 100%, guys. I'm talking about in our waitress jobs. I'm just talking about the so-called low-skill level jobs that are rapidly going to robotics. There's going to come a time in a not too far future where you're going to remember, hey, didn't we used to have McDonald's workers? You're literally going to go into a vending machine. You're going to walk. It's going to be called McDonald's, but it's really going to be a vending machine. You're going to walk in there, hit a couple buttons. You're going to hear some, and then a Big Mac's going to pop out of a chute. And the only guy that's going to be coming in there will probably be a guy just to stack the machines with meat. And then he's out. If something breaks down, that guy shows up. They're getting ready to exterminate us, guys. Let them self-driving cars roll out. You think self-driving cars for you to get from your home to your honeys? Get the heck out of here. Self-driving cars are going to become self-driving trucks, which are going to be able to move freight from one automated mine to an automated processing center. Self-driving cars are going to be used, guys, as the development and DNR, where they develop a product and then they research it, development and research, and then it's going to go mainstream. Like I said, man, please believe me when I tell you, you are slated for death. Every one of you guys to hear my voice. I'm sorry. You guys are slated for death. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. Now, you can bitch and moan about it. You can cry about it. Do whatever you think you got to do about it. But that's the reality. And the farther and the more that we support and work towards this end, I don't want that person, when the hammer finally comes down, be talking about, oh, I didn't see it coming. Oh, I didn't see it. I'm telling you right now, on March 25th or March 5th rather, 2019, year of our Lord, you're slave for death. Everything you're doing in your little so-called menial life is a part of the greater purpose. It's all compartmentalized. So you think you're just putting a couple bolts and nuts together over here. Next guy just thinks he's putting some fancy wall art together over here. But you guys are really working on this beast that's going to be unleashed to basically bring about the end to humanity, to where there will truly only be a remnant left of us. Just a remnant. As if I'm making this shit up. I wish I was. So, therefore, we have to roll with plan number 2. The beast is the Catholic Church. Yes, 100 murders. Welcome back, brother. The walls are closing in. You know it, Brother Nick. But that's just the physical walls. Hallelujah. They can't mess with us spiritually. Once again, guys, the energy that I'm talking to or conversating with out here in the chat room, you guys, Murder, Nick, Cobra, Barbara, CJ, Kiki, all you guys, that energy is gonna last. It's gonna go. It's gonna continue on. You guys are gonna be existing in one state or another infinitely longer than you will be in the state that we're collectively existing in now, called life. Prepare yourselves, brothers and sisters, psychologically, spiritually, and emotionally for this inevitability. But I'm saying on the way out, please help the young people better their situation. Could you imagine living a life filled with anger and hatred just to die? Very little joy, very little respect, very little dignity, just to die. Imagine living a life where your mom and dad didn't love you, you're beat up every day, go and run away, hit the streets, get more abuse, end up catching AIDS and dying in the gutter. That would be your life. Because it's happened. Next time you talk to Mark, ask him about the OSS role in the murder of General Patton. Well, you really asked us some pretty classified information there, Murders. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, when I get Mark on again, I would definitely ask him about the General Patton. I remember him talking to me about that before. You know, I'll just let him explain in his words because I don't want to misquote Mark. But there's some things out here that has to be discussed. Reparation, like the wall, it's just a very divisive issue. Some blacks don't want reparation because they want to show out. Oh, see, blah, blah, blah. Some blacks don't want reparations because they know that they probably wouldn't be getting it anyhow because their people probably came in after World War II or whatever. But it's just another divisive tactic. Name one issue that all of us stand together. And we only stand together on this one issue as black folks. Just name one issue. Dun, 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 dun. There ain't one. Because there's no unity like that. By design. The fight against evil. Well, that's really a stance I think all human beings should take. Not just us, but everybody should take that stance and we'd be better off for it. In fact, naming one issue just as United States citizens that we all get together and band behind 100%. This one issue. There ain't none. And the more I think about it, the farther we go down any path we want to take, there's never a unifying issue with us. But now, when I ask about Luciferian, what do all Luciferians have in common? They all hate God. They all want to make a mockery of his work. And they do it in various ways. Some do it sexually. Some do it with debasing the earth itself. Some do it with poisoning the water. Some do it with poisoning the air. Some do it by purposefully putting chemicals in vaccines just to harm people. When vaccines themselves are good. But it's that extra. It's always the extra. Look, broke, a sheriff in Appalachia coal country struggles to provide to provide law and order. These people are broke, man. Look. Hold on. The gravy train's coming to an end, guys. Kentucky sheriff struggles to provide law and order as county struggles with money. But I vote for Trump. See where that hate gets you? Do you see where that hate gets you? Instead of building bridges and working in Rome, never died. Unfortunately, Murders. Unfortunately, sir. Rome never died in the hearts and minds of these wicked, evil people. But let's check this out. Martin County, Kentucky. Before making a wave of cutbacks across his department, Martin County Sheriff John Kirk delivered a grim warning to the residents of his hard-scrupled Appalachian community. You guys want to hear this message the good sheriff said to his people? And now I'm going to get to the comments in the chat room. Law enforcement, as we all know, for the last 4 years will not exist. Law enforcement, as we know, or known, for the last 4 years will not exist. He posted on Facebook last month. We're broke. Lock your doors, load your guns, and get you a barking, biting dog. If the sheriff's office can't protect you, who will? They're letting you know. What did I tell you guys? The repo man cometh. And he's taking everything. Even your minds. We're broke. Lock your doors, load your guns, and get you a barking / biting dog. If the sheriff's office can't protect you, who will? You know, best protector in the universe is the Most High God. Believe it or not. Best protector. Hold on, let's get to some of these questions. Has anyone ever broken into the Vatican? You know what? I think the Vatican wasn't the Nazis controlling that area? And not the too distant past? It's still going on in front of our faces. They're normalized. Yes. For us, this country is being fleeced. Unemployment may be low, but won't be that way forever. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God. It's real. You know, it seems like every store is closing now. Get in the medical. I'm telling you, there's no place to run, guys. Look, you guys keep on thinking I'm lying. Hold on, let me. Hopefully, I can find this. Look, they got a virus already. It has like a 98% kill rate. All right. Once that goes, dude, you can hide in your little bomb shelter, which is going to be your sarcophagus. You can run, but you ain't going to be able to hide. And then the handfuls that are left over, why do you think they're getting these robots so hyped up? But okay. Biological weapon that kills 90%.
Here's a summary from Science, How Stuff Works. Like a nuclear bomb, a chemical or biological weapon is a weapon of mass destruction. An effective attack using a chemical or biological agent can easily kill thousands of people. Chlorine is not an exotic chemical.
Okay. I will, oh my God. If I can find that website. There's actually, what is the deadliest biological weapon? No, this ain't it. I'm telling you, this ain't it. Because this is only 50%. The one I'm talking about is like damn near a 100% kill rate, man. And it's not anthrax or nothing like that. There's no defense against it that we know of. Hold on.
The hantavirus from Bunyaviridae family of viruses has a mortality rate of up to 50%. Anthrax is one of the most potential biological weapons in the world. Botulinum bacteria as a bioweapon can be distributed through aerosol or by contamination of water and food supplies.
All right. What I'm telling you, I'm trying to warn you guys, seriously, is that there's more than one ways to kill. Nuclear bombs are really, just one to. There's a movie called The Satan Bug. Hey, what up, L girl? Let's check that movie out. Hold on. I never heard of that movie. The movie Satan Bug.
Here is some information about the Satan bug.
Well, I don't see nothing there. The price for uncovering the secrets of Satan bug comes hot. Wow, when did this movie made? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. In the next couple of days, I will try to find this movie and I will play it on my channel because this was made in 1965, so the copyright should be long since done. All right, that'd be cool. Yeah. All right, I will play this movie. This will go into the movie. And for those who are new to the channel, I do have Brave New World, the movie, on this channel, and I also have The Spook That Sat Behind the Door, and I also have Attack at West Point. Those are the three actual bona fide movies, and then I have tons of shows that have gone 3 or 4 hours, which are essentially movies. Wow, this is so what? Hold on. Huffman. Those names are really. Let's see what's going on. Going crazy.
Though both agents, after a confrontation at an abandoned gas station, Verity and Donald decide to lock the two agents along with Barrett and Ann in the garage. Realizing that the thugs intend to kill them, Barrett persuades them to keep Ann as a hostage, and as they leave, they shatter one of the vials. Though both agents are killed, Barrett survives by forcing an exit and setting the garage afire. After an unsuccessful attempt to radio for help, he stops a passing car being driven by Hoffman.
Okay. All right. Yeah, like I said, we will definitely check into that. I'll make that a movie night deal for sure. Hold on. Sometimes they have it. This is just a trailer.
I'm George Maharis, and this is the Satan bug. It's kept in there, beyond those doors. But you can't get in. It's top secret. The Satan bug is kept under the tightest security system ever devised. That door operates on a time lock. Open it 1 second before you should, and 1,000 volts of electricity will greet you. Try to get over these electrified fences, and trained killer dogs will go after you. Try to get through that front gate. You can't, unless your life's history is on file in that guardhouse. Yes, the Satan bug is top secret. It's no secret, however, that I think the Satan bug is one of the most suspenseful and exciting pictures I've ever seen. But don't take my word for it. You see it.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. Audience be bringing so much to the table here on this show. We'll definitely check that out. Hold on. Where's that, hold on. What the heck? I just put in Michael Huffman book and Judaism Strange God pops up. What the? Something's up with my, oh my. That's crazy. The reason why I put Michael Huffman was because of the movie, when on this deal at the end, the last word was Huffman. And then I was just thinking of Mark from Anaheim, so I put Michael Huffman, and a book about Judaism comes up. Secret societies come up. You see it right here on your screen. I'm not making this up. You guys saw me just punch this in randomly. Holocaust. What the hell? The Great Holocaust the cult. Whoa, these are really kind of things I find. Hold on. Here's a little Judaism, a strange God. Hold on, let's just see what this has to say. Never forget or never remember, one of the two.
What it calls itself, a reform or conservative synagogue that denies the obligations of the Talmud, is not Judaism, irrespective of the ethnic or cultural ties or nostalgia. They are a derivative variant. They are not Judaism. The early church recognized Christianity as having been founded by Israelites and representing the only true religion of the Bible. That's in 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. Talmudic dialectic. For example, while it can be accurately said that Orthodox Judaism consists in living a life for this world through the body, the means by which this living is implemented are psychotic. Sexuality in Orthodox Judaism is mediated by thousands of regulations because Talmud is the essence of the bureaucratic mentality, a fact that emerges as America and Britain abandon Christian Israel's Anglo-Saxon jurisprudence and common law and embrace the Talmudic law of Big Brother socialism and regulation.
What did this dude just say? That was crazy. Hold on.
Embrace the Talmudic law of Big Brother socialism and regulation. The American system of jurisprudence has degenerated from courts that ruled according to God's laws to...
Yeah. But let's talk about those courts that ruled according to God's law pertaining to his melanated children in these United States of America. Oh, jeez. That's what I'm saying, man. There's no way out this, man. I mean, this dude here basically is saying that the Jews are perverted, they're evil, from what I've just heard. And once again, I've never heard of this guy until just now, Michael A. Huffman. Judaism, strange gods. Wow. So, once again, guys, I don't know if this is a part of my algorithm here. You know, I kind of made up the whole name, Michael Huffman. And it just comes up like this. Hold on, let me try and make up something else. Let me just try and make it, just to see if I'm, you know, I just want to make sure I'm not tripping. Okay, Johann. Well, hold on. I'm making up something right now. Hold on. Von Snarkbach. Baron Alexander. I'm just made up something. I mean, I can make up something different. But the bottom line is, that is crazy. I didn't, oh my God. So this is how I went. I went from drug-resistant STDs to biological weapons to the movie Satan Bug to Judaism to Von Snarkbach and then to Google. I don't know what to say, guys. I'm starting to get weirded out by this because all I want to see is decent people come together and able to live a semi-decent life. You know, I'm not trying to be out here some fucking rebel rouser, fucking take the hill type motherfucker. Because I'm telling you, there ain't no hill to fucking take, kids. Peace and blessing to you, Ramen James. And welcome to the show. I'm telling you, there is no hill to take. It's all a freaking illusion. So therefore, the only thing you can take is really the peace and comfort that you have in your own psyche and your own spirit. They need us. I don't think they will wipe us out intentionally. Back in the day, yes, but not now, no. I wish, Kiki, I really want to have that peace of mind that you're talking about. That's awesome. But hold on. Let's see what Google says. It was written there will only be a remnant of humanity. The concept of remnant. And what this says. So the Lord say, I will destroy man whom I created from the face of the... Oh, well, let's just check that out. Let's see. I might have to get a girl up on this one here. Put this in Grace box and let her do her thing. So then I can stop it and do the commentary.
The concept of a remnant or the remnant is an important theme woven through the Bible, especially in the Old Testament. The term remnant can apply to a historical remnant, such as those few who survive a battle or a catastrophe. B. The faithful remnant who remain loyal to God despite persecution, peer pressure, and testings. And C. The eschatological remnant who survive times of great judgments in history, culminating finally in the second coming of Messiah. The Hebrew words yether, what is left, doi, 311, 2854, and Shia, the remainder. Ezra chapter 38, Isa.
Okay, so basically, yeah, it was written. There's just going to be a remnant of mankind left. I mean, it's pretty obvious to see. The writing's on the wall. I'm telling you, the writing's on the wall. How many years have they been talking about the New World Order now? What, 40, 50? I mean, like kind of not mainstream, but out in the open. How many years have they been working on cybernetics? In fact, just so that, once again, you know, at least I can Google this and this will be some. What is the meaning of cybernetics?
Here's the definition of cybernetics. The science of communications and automatic control systems in both machines and living things.
Bam. What do you think that smart chip's about? It's about cybernetics. Cybernetics is the code word for, and this will apply to you, you're not robotic. Living things. Control systems for living things. That's what cybernetics is all about. If you notice, everything that makes people rich and wealthy, as far as being an inventor, goes back to cybernetics. Making faster computers for what? So that we can get up to the speed of thought, so they can control you through cybernetics. Make machines that can hop and run around and jump. Well, that's so that we can put that control in machines. So therefore, those machines can chase down and kill living things. Cybernetics. Cybernetics really controls a lot of aspects to your life. My friends, my countrymen and women, and everything in between, my fellow humans, once again, if we do not work together for common purpose, common cause, then the word of God will be fulfilled and there just will be a remnant of us left. And you know what? And I hate to say it, but perhaps that's the way it should be. I mean, let's be honest, guys. What type of people is this world really producing? What type of people are these societies, these nations really producing? Are they upright, God-serving folk? Are they bent, self-serving folks? And unfortunately, I would have to say the latter. Most people are consumed with self. What's in it for me? How does it help me, I, me, blah, me? And most people respect that and say, well, at least they're smart enough to get theirs. That mindset in itself is worthy of destruction. Because you're nothing more than a parasite. You're not helping others. You're constantly in a state of helping yourself to others. until we change our mindset, until we change our perception, unfortunately, this is what we got to work with. And work with it we shall. And work with it we will. Before I leave, before I take off, I want to leave you with this one thought, guys. And it's more or less a challenge to you. What can you do to make the world better? Not yourself. Not yourself. Forget you for one damn second. But what can you do to make the world better today? It could be anything from buying a homeless man a cup of coffee, helping your child or a friend with their homework. Maybe even just taking a broom and dustpan and walking outside your door and sweeping off the sidewalk in front of your house. Something that makes the world better. Clean the air we breathe. Yeah, well, you know what? The funny thing about it, once again, if you notice, all real inventions, I mean, other than like the shopping, the Cooking Network shit, whatever. We got a new pan here, blah, 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 nonstick, stuff like that. But I'm talking about real scientific, that people are getting funding from colleges and universities. All of that shit's going back to cybernetics. It's going back to controlling either controlled logic for manufacturing capabilities, or it's going into straight up MK Ultra 2.0 products to basically control living things. I mean, we already saw that little deal where they had that little thimble on that mouse. It looked like it was sewn into the head, and they could remote control a mouse. Then a couple weeks later, they come out talking about, who was the guy's name? Moron Surf? Dr. Moron Surf? They're letting you know, guys. They're letting you know our time is about up. I feel sorry for people who are still in this world. Oh, I love the earth. The earth is the earth. The earth, blah, blah, blah. I feel sorry for y'all because it's going to be hard for you guys to make the disconnect. Folks like myself who are more into the spiritual aspect of the thing anyhow, it'll just be like walking through. I'm scared to have kids. Oh, Jesus, Kiki. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Because there wasn't no guarantee when you was conceived. There wasn't no guarantee when any of us were conceived. You're a very wonderful and intelligent woman. You deserve children. You deserve to chase them around the house and change some diapers and go through all that. You deserve that if that's what you truly desire. Do not hesitate. Obviously hesitate. Obviously you're smart by not just indiscriminately having babies by, whoever. I'm not saying, please take your time and vet whoever you allow to be with you like that. But please, if Mr. Right does come along, all right, I want you to do one thing for me, Kiki. If Mr. Right comes along to you today in your travels, I want you to say one word to this man. And that word is yes. You say yes. And you go and do what you need to do. We need smart women like you procreating. And we need the dumb ones too. I'm not all caught up on this so-called intellectual thing. Because dumb people can produce brilliant children, and brilliant people can produce dumb children. So it's all a mixed bag. All I say is whoever you choose to have children with, or procreate with, you do it out of love, sincerity, sincere love. You'll be better for it. And then also remember this, guys and gals. These children are not our property. These children are our future. That's the difference. We're here to train and instruct them on the ways of this world. We're not here to dominate them and abuse them. Nor are you here to dominate your woman or abuse her. And nor is it vice versa either. I don't see real men letting their children dominate them or their wives dominate them either. That's kind of whack on its own level. But Nick is right, man. The only thing that's guaranteed, and I'm just going out on a limb here, I guarantee in this life you're going to find joy. I guarantee in this life you're going to find sorrow. I guarantee you in this life you're going to expound at the wonders of birth, and you're going to mourn and suffer sometimes if you feel the person at death. Everything else is a mystery until you discover it. Some people have wonderful lives and they will not even comprehend what we talk about on these shows. They won't comprehend what we're talking about. What do you mean? There's no struggle. I always had a silver spoon in my mouth. They're not going to get it. And then you got some poor folks that won't get it. Well, one day when I'm rich, I don't want to pay heavy taxes when I'm rich one day. But here's the reality. Buddy, you're not going to be rich one day. I mean, you could work extremely hard and be basically able to take care of yourself. Free porn banned in the UK. Wow. Look how this stuff has changed. Just that quick. Now it's going to be about porn. Free porn. Banned in the... So now you got... if you want to see some... Which is funny because I don't even trip on porn. But you know what's so funny about that? What business is it of the government, if you look at porn or not? Especially one as nasty as the British government. And I don't think you guys know about the British government. But they're heavily into child trafficking, heavily into debauchery. And then they have the audacity to tell their people, you can't look at porn. But what did we just talk about the UK? The high rate of STD and all that? Well, I bet you some egghead finally put two and two together. They were finally like, you know what? All this free porn is ruining the moral character of our young people. And they're going out having all this indiscriminate sex and they're getting wiped out. And then Michael Jackson, someone dresses as Michael Jackson, stuns the crowd. Actually looks like Michael Jackson. But I guess you can have really any Hispanic or less melanated female dress up and they'll look just like him as well. Okay, now, guess what? Those two vulnerable women, they become targets for rape. Absolutely. Absolutely, they do. And let me tell you something, too. I've talked to a lot of different girls in my lifetime. I'm talking about like this how we're talking, just talking in general. You'll be shocked how many minority women, Asian, Hispanic, Black, poor white women, go to the cops talking about they've been touched, they've been molested, raped. And if the perpetrator is like a white dude, I'm telling you straight to your freaking face, they're not going to do shit for you. This happened over and over in California. They're not going to do shit for you. I'm telling you. Especially if it's a rich white boy. Now, sometimes if you're lucky with a video or something like that, you can get over it. But if it's just your word against this boy's word, chick, get over it, man. I'm telling you. Now, if the suspect's a black guy, obviously, he's going to get hammered. Mexican, he's going to get hammered. Any melanated cat, he's going to get hammered. Guarantee it. Guarantee. Even if he didn't touch you, they'll come knocking to his door. The deal is, guys, there's consequences to your action. Now, you can sit up here watching porn all fucking day long, get a real warped, skewed sense of love making to begin with, because none of that's normal. None of that's normal. And you're going to end up on the flip side. You're going to end up with an STD or STI, and you're going to end up dying in pain. Or you might get lucky. Yeah, you might get lucky. And what I mean by lucky, yeah, you might be able to fornicate with this chick, not bring forth no child, and it was a total waste of everything. Your energy, your time. Oh, but you got such a good feeling. But you can get a good feeling, seriously, if you're in the right mind and body by learning something new. You can get a good feeling if you're in the right mind and body by helping someone out. And you know what? You can get the best feeling in the world if you're in the right mind and body by just loving and honoring yourself. Really good feeling. Israel spacecraft. Burger Sheet takes first selfie in picture. Oh, I mean not picture, but what the heck? CNN focus group rejects Biden and influence. I want to see Jews in space. Hold on. This is coming from, look at the Jerusalem. Wow, look at all these pop-ups on this website. I don't even know if I want to go here now. Uh-oh. Iranian media. Code Pink defends missile slams Israel. Something tells me we're not in Kansas anymore. I can almost tell you what this website's going to be about. If I can get... Okay, you know what? There's just too much crap on here. I tried. I truly did try. But they got too much stuff on there. All right. Well, anyhow, guys, it's 10:10. And I have to call the show right now. I got a lot of shit I have to take care of today. As always, I like that movie, Iron Sky. It was really good. Live your life with integrity, without hate, envy, or greed. As always, let's try to be kinder to one another. Peace, and I'm out of here. Thank you, guys. Much love and light.